Words contradict actions.
The Republican Party has long presented itself as the champion of family values. They claim to prioritize policies that strengthen families and support children. However, a closer look at their actions reveals a stark contrast between their rhetoric and reality. From opposing paid family leave to undermining healthcare access, GOP policies often directly contradict their pro-family pronouncements. This hypocrisy has real-world consequences, pushing struggling families deeper into poverty and jeopardizing the well-being of millions of children. The GOP's actions speak louder than their words. They consistently prioritize tax cuts for the wealthy over investments in programs that support working families. They champion individual responsibility while dismantling the very safety net that helps families weather unexpected storms. This dissonance between rhetoric and reality raises serious questions about the GOP's commitment to true family values. The consequences of these policies are devastating for millions of Americans. Families struggle to make ends meet, often forced to choose between putting food on the table and paying for healthcare or childcare. Children are deprived of opportunities, their futures jeopardized by a system that seems rigged against them. The GOP's version of family values appears to favor a select few, while leaving countless others behind. A recent controversy in Congress exposed the GOP's hypocrisy on family values, when Democrats proposed a rule change to allow for 12 weeks of proxy voting for members with newborns or newly adopted children. GOP leaders balked. House Speaker Mike Johnson, a father of 6, called the proposal unconstitutional. This, despite the fact that Johnson himself had utilized proxy voting during the pandemic. Republican Representative Anna Paulina Luna, a new mother, publicly criticized her own party's stance. She argued that opposing parental leave for Congress while supporting it for other federal employees was hypocritical and out of touch with the needs of working families. Her stance highlighted the growing divide within the GOP on issues of family and childcare. The GOP's opposition to parental leave is not limited to Congress. The United States remains one of the few developed nations without a national paid family leave policy. Despite repeated attempts by Democrats to pass such legislation, Republicans have consistently blocked these efforts. Their reasoning often centers around concerns about government overreach and burdens on businesses, ignoring the very real struggles of working families. The GOP's policy choices have had a direct and detrimental impact on child poverty in the United States. In 2021, the expanded child tax credit, a signature achievement of the Biden administration, lifted millions of children out of poverty. The program provided monthly payments to families, offering a crucial lifeline to those struggling to make ends meet. However, this progress was short-lived. Republicans, citing concerns about government spending and potential disincentives to work, refused to extend the expanded child tax credit. As a result, the program expired at the end of 2021, causing child poverty rates to surge. According to the Center on Poverty and Social Policy at Columbia University, the monthly child poverty rate jumped from 12.1% in December 2021 to 17% in January 2022, a devastating increase directly attributable to the lapse of the expanded credit. The GOP's opposition to expanding Medicaid, a program that provides healthcare coverage to low-income Americans, further exacerbates the challenges faced by struggling families. Despite the Affordable Care Act's provision for Medicaid expansion, 12 states, all with Republican-controlled legislatures, continue to refuse to expand coverage. This decision leaves millions of low-income adults, many of them working parents, without access to affordable healthcare. Instead of focusing on improving public education and making childcare more affordable, the GOP has increasingly prioritized censoring educational content. Across the country, GOP-led state legislatures have introduced and passed laws restricting what can be taught in schools, particularly when it comes to topics like race, gender identity, and American history. These efforts have led to a surge in book bans, with thousands of titles pulled from school library shelves. The American Library Association reported a record number of book challenges in 2023, with the vast majority targeting books by or about people of color and LGBTQ+ individuals. These censorship efforts, often framed as protecting children from inappropriate material, reflect a broader attempt to silence marginalized voices and restrict access to diverse perspectives. While the GOP champions parental rights in education, their actions often undermine the very principles of free speech and critical thinking that are essential to a well-rounded education. By limiting what students can read and learn, these policies stifle intellectual curiosity and perpetuate harmful stereotypes. Furthermore, the focus on censorship distracts from the very real challenges facing public education, including chronic underfunding, teacher shortages, and a lack of access to quality early childhood education.